Hello, my dear friends on Facebook. Hello to the Prime Minister of Canada. Hello to the Mayor of the City of Hamilton, Miss Andrea Horvath, City Council of Hamilton. This morning, I'm Isaac Alex Yoyo, community activist, City of Hamilton. Even though I'm not known in the public, but on paper and around the world, I'm known as community activist of the City of Hamilton with a legal documentation to that status. And I'm also a graduate of the Mohawk College Health Sciences, and also graduate of the McMaster University Divinity College, Christian Studies, Pastoral Science, Pastoral Care and Counseling, Social Services. My theme this morning is the homeless man. The homeless man. This morning something made me to cry. Couple of morning now, I leave my house between 4:30 to 5 a.m. in the morning, and 2 mornings now as I encounter a man at the corner of Bay and King Street, Hamilton, downtown Hamilton, a homeless man. Yesterday, I saw him. I had to maneuver with my vehicle, and I parked while waiting for the light. When I looked, I saw the person to my glass with his yellow stuff, and I jumped, and then I said, God have mercy. And I began to tear up, to cry after I left and went on to work. And this morning, when I came again to the corner of King and Bay Street, City of downtown Hamilton, I saw the same homeless guy. By the time I stopped to the traffic light at the corner of Bay and King Street, Hamilton, I saw the same guy, the same homeless guy. And I was playing K-Love. At the time, every morning I play K-Love to comfort my heart before I go to work. While I'm going to work. And then when I saw him going, the same guy, and then I began to cry this morning. I began to tear up, you know. So the Lord led me to come up with a team, the homeless man. 18 years ago, when I entered Canada with my family and sent for my children to join me, if someone have told me that there was going to be a day in Canada that we're going to have homeless people in the street begging to windows, you don't even know who they are, I would have slapped them. From what I experienced when I entered this country, the generosity of Canadians to us, the empathy for the fact that we spent 15 years on refugee camp, that empathy was followed by great emotional, spiritual, social, physical support, education, food, everything. The first Christmas we spent in Canada, the gift was from the floor to the ceiling at 56 Forest Avenue. These people literally try to pull refugees' life and memory out of us, but out of this grace that He gave us. So why not cry when I saw a homeless man for the second time? The same guy, downtown Hamilton. A great country. A country that embraces people who they don't know. They embrace people who they don't have to know before embracing them. So I stopped by this morning with the team, the homeless man. Our nation should declare, the Prime Minister declare a state of emergency for this homeless situation. Because when they started, they decided to clear some, order them for Toronto and send them to Hamilton. One morning we gathered, the whole Hamilton was filled with homeless people. And since then we've been here. And I want to pay a tribute to my church, Philpott Memorial Church, who embrace most of the homeless people on the stairs every morning. When the pastor comes to church, the first group of people should see the homeless people who made the church push as their home. And my church never stopped helping them up to now. So I stopped by this morning to reflect on what I saw this morning and the things that made me cry in this country. But most of the time, those are people who got a heart to help and gave. Sometimes you don't have the hands to help the way you want to. But the letter that God gave us to speak about what we see around us, to activate the hearts and minds of people who are able to give. The city council need to meet and decide what to do with these people. The last time I suggested that when a nation have a crisis, when I came to this country, I'd follow the history of Canada after the two great wars. And there was a situation where the government had to build houses for people after the war, especially in some community in Hamilton. And we have come back to another set of war. This time it's a social war where the nation now inheriting homeless people. So I suggested that the city of Hamilton should begin to think about building let's say the homeless city. That city that will be built outside of Hamilton, where people will put money together, will contribute, and I will put the first $5 down, $5 Canadian down for that contribution. And I hope I will find time to meet the city mayor to present my $5 in envelope to begin raising money for that city. I want that city to be the legacy of Andrea Hovett, on whom when I came I got attracted to. I heard about her, and she has been very active since we came into Canada. And I actually named my daughter, my last daughter, after her, because when I heard her name, I was, already captivated with her name, especially when Leo Johnson started his NGO. She worked a lot with Leo Johnson, so I've been seeing her around, but I've not been able to talk to her one-on-one, but I know who she is. I named my daughter after her. So I will donate the first $5 towards the city, the homeless city, or we can give it any name. But I would say homeless city because the issue of homelessness has become a paramount issue in the life of the nation of Canada. So we need to build a city. And Andrea Hovett, I would suggest that you can start. I will find time to come present my $5 in an envelope to be the first contributor to that city that we have to build for low-income earners. Because one of the things I learned about Canada when I made my research while in McMaster, California, that the Hamilton Roundtable gave a statistic of 90% of the people in Hamilton living on the poverty line, low-income earners. And then with all of that, the issue of homelessness have added to that nomenclature of the status of our city when it comes to the human resources. So I want to push for that suggestion so that we can begin to build a city with low-cost housing, a transitional city where we'll take homeless people and put them there and take them through the various process to make them, human being again, to make them to start working again wherever they lost. The COVID came and damaged them. People couldn't afford to rent. So we can re-establish our lives and put them back into the workforce. It's a lot of work that we have to do as a community and people. So that's what I'll be doing. As soon as I have the time, I will go submit my donation to the city of Hamilton towards the homeless city that we're supposed to build. Find a location and build it. Some of these farms that closing down, we'll find a whole place and just build it where it will be a transitional center. We'll take the homeless people to stay there, find job for them, open factories around those areas where they'll be able to work and the least work they can do, and the earn the money, which work with them to save that money, and then put them back on their feet, and then they can transition into society again. And then we grab another group of people and put in the immigrant who come to Canada as asylum seeker. All of these things, they can benefit from such a city. So I just want to thank God this morning for his wisdom and what he has brought to my mind. God bless you, and let God bless all of us. And God bless the city of Hamilton and those who are doing all they can to keep our city alive. Thank you. Have a blessed day. God bless the city mayor. Amen. And city council. Bye.